Hello everybody. For some reason my music doesn't want to work, which is strange. I've set it to my audio device. No luck. No luck at all. Because it's not even coming through on Discord. I mean, sorry, not Discord, on OBS. Which is like weird. VLC, how could you deceive me, sir? Audio devices, speakers. Yes, that's right. It is. It is just supposed to work. But it is not. Hello, Ferret. Welcome on in. Hope you're well. Thanks for stopping by. What is it doing? Preferences, audio, output mode, automatic, yeah. Device. I've set the device manually. What? What are you doing? It works when I have my voice meter on, which I don't have running here because I only do it when I use my voice meter program for when I'm like doing stuff through capture card. I don't know, and like I had to change the output as a result. But now it's just refusing to work when it's just like by default through my headphones, which is very weird and very unfortunate because I would have liked to have some music going instead of it just being like us silently, well, not silently, but you know. Oh wait, it's what, maybe it can't switch in the middle of a track or something. No, I think it did when it, okay, well, anyway, if it's working, it's working, right? I'll take it. Hold on, give me a moment, friends, to set this. Oh, hello, Ferret, for realsies. Finally added the ads, heck yeah. I was trying to sort out why VLC wouldn't play music, but apparently now it's allowed to, so great, I guess. It might be to do with like changing the audio track in the middle, or like the device in the middle of a music track, but it doesn't do that when I do my voice meter thing, but whatever. Fine, as long as it works. Let me put the music display as well. Give me a sec, I gotta just like admin permission. Alright, there it is. Okay, so all I was going to do is have a look at some of the like final matches during this tournament, because I only have what, like 40-ish minutes, so I figure probably have a look at maybe these last two sets. Oh wait, hold on, these are not in order. No wonder, I was like, what are the grand finals? This is top 8s. Well, actually, even if we just watch this final set, I was like watching it, but also I was up at like 3 AM, so I didn't take much from it aside from like the excitement of the match in the moment, but I wasn't really like processing what was happening during the matches, and so perhaps this is actually good to revisit and have a look at. So let's open up this video and look, follow their socials. Go follow Ascension Puyo. I can probably shout them out in Twitch right now, right? Shout out Ascension Puyo. Can I like pin this? Can I pin this? No, I can't pin a shout out. Well, anyway, go follow them if you're not already, but I assume if you're in this stream right now, then you are. Also, whoops, I was not watching. So we're gonna full screen this, and then I have a little drawing tool in case I'd like to like mark up anything. So yeah, let's just like watch along and see if we can take away some stuff. I particularly want to pay attention to Tomokun's gameplay. In part because, oh, like, he's the top player right now, but also just because he's got a style that I think I've always been sort of, replicating, I suppose. Like, when I was growing as a player a few years ago, I looked up to his playstyle as a sort of gauge for how I should improve myself. He's got rather aggressive stances, but he's also just really clean and very typical chaining, and that's why I think it's good to watch him, because he's got a very his chain builds are very simple to follow for the most part, and I'd like to see how these simple chain builds can still integrate so many strong attack options, because it's quite like astounding how, oh, that just looks like a clean chain, and then all of a sudden he's converted it into like 5,000 different things, right? OT's got a very unique chaining style, but I think I'll try and like focus more on Tomokun at the moment, just again because of the nature of what I'm looking to take away from this gameplay. So yeah, let's watch his side. OT will probably do some interesting stuff too, but I do just want to see how he puts together his builds, and maybe we can take away a couple notes as well. Why is the thing in the way? My taskbar. My taskbar, go away, please. What? Why is my taskbar pinned or something? I want to go away. No. Well, that's gonna annoy me. Maybe start Explorer or something. Oh, like the web browser. Oh, Windows Explorer even? Oh, hold on. Can I do that? Desk Manager, please. Windows Explorer. I always get a bit scared to mess with that, but I think I've done it before, so it should be fine. Windows Explorer. Where are you? Windows Explorer. Restart. Oh, thank you, Perry. You have saved my life. You are a legend. Hey. Oh, it just freezes including the clock. Okay, yeah, I can see why you'd need to, like, fix that out as a result. Okay, sick. Let's do this. Oh, whoops, why is my... This is a game here. Yeah, right. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. How does he work with this tail? Okay, that's actually quite a basic composition. What? How do you make that work? I wonder. Maybe it was just an attack option. Okay, so here's a couple things that are happening at the moment. Multiple stacks started with just a group of 3, and then using this, like... How did he... What was the build order for this? So this is quite an open option, because this allows you to go into the 2 double. Or, what he ended up doing is he... Like, this purple can either be committed to the group of 3 down here, or it can be its own link, which is, I think, what he pivoted towards. And I guess he was seeing that... Well, I mean, again, with Ochi's style, all these groups of 3 means you have to be ready to respond with a one-chain to, like, anything. So having open groups of 3 is really important. So this was a nice response. And you can see now, like, this is a much more clear option now, that he's flashed out the purples. And so he's got, like, a 3-chain available. And again, this is so easy to extend now. Now it's 4. How does he make the back of his chain work? Okay, so he finishes his transition. Oh, what the heck? How do you recover from this? He was forced to main chain here. So that actually wasn't a great round for, like, for him, I guess. I mean, unless OT is just like in a bad chaining spot right now. I'm not sure. I'm not reading his board. He didn't end up finishing this tail either, so I don't have an answer to like how do you deal with that sort of tail. OT's board is insane. He has this weird like pancake style. And then he like sometimes makes it work. Well, actually a lot of the time he makes it work by like just putting links everywhere. But yeah, it's so hard to follow, and I can never like get his chain length, like get a read on his chain length, just because it's just so out there. What an insane build. Okay. Typical. What does he do when... This is so difficult to me. Like, what do you do when you've got so many colors at the back? Ooh, that resolved so cleanly. So I guess the idea is you want to link to... Well, most cleanly, I think, is best. A lot of people think, oh, Ruri Azuli Haven? Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Welcome on in, I hope you're doing well. So a lot of people sort of think that you have to link into the purples after the yellows, and that's where you get your typical like GGR into sandwich, and it's like, no, probably not great for you. I suppose it depends on if you get blue, yellow, or blue, purple though, because it, no, I mean, sorry, yellow, blue, or yellow, purple. Yellow. Would you still want to use yellow, purple? See, there's two ways you can go about this. Let me go rewind. This is why I have the little painting tool. Right? Oh, yeah, okay. So what you can do, so the yellows, of course, they will go like this. Here's yellow. Should I use a thicker? Can I make this thicker? I don't remember. It's been a while since I used this tool. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just do it. So you can do your yellows like this. And there's two ways you can finish it off. With your blue, you can either go like blue, blue, blue. And then you can put purples around here. Right, so go 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Or you could alternatively go purple, purple, purple. So I guess either way, it's actually not a problem. You put the blue here, or you can put the blue here. So you don't need to commit, but I suppose you should make that decision early. And he decided that, oh, I have blue, yellow, I'm going to link that here. And the way he does it, in particular, is to go vertical. I don't know if that's like... Okay. Interesting. This is like another multiple stack situation where you have like the two L's on top of your transition area. So that's interesting. It's very good because you can cut it quite out. Whoa, what the heck? What is this all about? Is that in response to something? Oh, there's also the idea that like you don't need to link the purples first, you can link the reds first in this case as well. Have the purples. Come down. Oh, pardon me. Come down later. Hello, AJ. This feels like such a like difficult position to get out of. But I guess this is kind of as well. What? This is what I mean about the fact with the L shapes you can actually like cut them a little bit. So you can either put the purple here in column 1 or 2 to use it later, or if you want a faster attack, you can just put it there straight away. And he manages, does he manage to come back from this? Oh, that's a fancy tail too. The purples come down, and then because this is 3 high and this is 2 high, the blues will come first, then the purples, then the reds. You really want to stick as much on your tail as possible when you're when you're going for speed. Didn't end up being enough, but that's like exceptionally efficient. Also, the only reason it didn't work is because the purples, I think, yeah. If he hadn't... that's... Yeah? Ideally, it would go blue, red, purple, I think. Oh, blue, purple, red. Yeah, but the purple's clear a bit early. I mean, either way, really efficient. Thanks, AJ. What do you do with this? Again, you really want to flesh out. I think the big thing is that you don't really want to stretch any links. You want to, like, whatever you've placed in column 3, you should try and commit to that being the next extension off of your GTR. And sometimes I try and make stuff work off of, like, the yellows or the greens, and it's like, eh. But this is even the case if he gets, like, a ton of colors. Like, he doesn't stack them across here. And even this, like, I would have put that over here because I've got green and yellow, right? Oh, I don't think that's a bad decision necessarily if I were to do that. So if I were to place green here, and then yellow here, right? Especially given there's double reds coming up. Should use like a more red. Red here, red here. And then you can go reds into greens into yellows. There is a purple yellow. I don't know if you read. How visible is that? Beforehand. I mean, I think he's placing that before he notices the purple yellow, right? Like, that is way too fast a reaction time. I think, right? That's kind of crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe at his level you could make that decision, but that's such a tiny frame to recognize it in. Oh, hello, Cosmo. Welcome on in. Good to see you around. Where does this go? This goes into the multiple stack? That makes sense. This will then go on the back of the chain or the front? Well, because no, it goes on the back because of that balanced mansion concept. You want to make sure that your two sides are as balanced as possible. And then does this go here? Here. See, I'd go here to complete the link, but here would be nice because then I can, like, actually make stuff with the first 3 columns. It's a bit dangerous. And then that's a nice way to extend. Complete the multiple stack. Now, then he's got like that really balanced shape. Ooh, committing to another color here quite early. I wouldn't have thought of that. But that gives you a lot of options. Just having a single different colored Puyo here, that's good. Because now you can see that the green can become a backlink over this way. Oh, that was lucky that he didn't get blocked off. Oh, although he's in trouble. Oh. Okay. But the build order, like, there is quite good. Do admittedly know nothing about professional Puyo, about like a silly explaining loves of Puyo. It's satisfying, right? Again, I've always said it's a good spectator sport. I think you can still marvel at the beauty of the game, even if you don't know what's going on. Okay, that's a pretty typical build form. Ah, wait. I'm just trying to look at the back of the chain here. So if you only put 2 yellows here, you can only like create a power back. But if you create this L shape, it allows you to keep. If you put a purple here, you can keep tailing. I also haven't recognized that. So you can create this L shape in this direction. Okay, good to know. I wonder why he didn't go for the 3-chain. Is it too much of a resource sink? Well, I guess now he's got like more options up here, right? And you can always capitalize on the fact that if you don't fire something, you have that soft drop bonus in your first chain. So here's 3 garbage, which could make a difference. And then yeah, it's these double L's again. These double L's are so powerful. Sometimes you can do them down here instead. But I suppose the idea of creating a lateral link like this, like the 3 purples across, is that it buffers for you to be able to create these L shapes again, right? Because if your tail is raised in this way, you couldn't make the L shapes comfortably. Like, you'd run into so much color conflict. So you buffer with this. Powerful, powerful. Okay. And then I think opponent has to, like, just main chain, right? Or deconstruct a lot. And that's pretty good for Tomoquin now. Wish I was smart enough to learn how to play efficient. Puyo seems really complicated. Well, you gotta build up to it, right? Like, it's one of those things where you have to accept that you'll be grinding for a long time. You gotta set realistic goals too. Like, we're not gonna be playing like this in a matter of even like a few weeks or anything. Just gotta learn how to build like a 5-chain, and then build a 6-chain, and just keep slowly going up over time. It's a lengthy process. It's like learning a language. Let's see. I can never hear this on the same again. What, this one? Oh, no. I'm just gonna let that sit. And now he's just looking for follow-up options, I suppose. Really? He didn't go for this? Is that too risky? But that's like huge 2 double into the... okay. What do I know? I guess it's scoping out if you can just like main chain. Hey, a 5 or 6 chain is still pretty dang impressive. That'll take out a player. This seems kind of inefficient. I wonder what that whole stuff up here was about. Well, it seems like he was in a winning position about like 30 seconds ago, so I guess there's not much to comment on in that regard. Just stairs? Well, you know, again, you gotta start somewhere. And I think you deserve to, like, be proud of, like, a stairs 5-chain. A lot of people still struggle to even get that going. There's that L shape again. Wow, what an insane dig. Whoa. Whoa. That's nutty. How did he even... Okay. So what brings him there? So he's in this position. Well, he does get a lot of nice colors. Like, he gets the green, blue, and then the double blue. Like, that's very lucky. That's like a 1/8 and a 1/16. And then, of course, he gets the trigger color, so, like... Yeah, that was very in the moment. Like, it's a good move. Like, you have to recognize that fact first, but it's also lucky that he had that option in the first place. How do you... Okay, no, this is mid-game for a while. I was like, how do you recover the tail here? I think OT actually should not have powered, because then... Then it would have been a 3-chain, right? Oh. Yeah, because this is only like a 4 instead. Whereas if he had... And then Tomoquin just like following up. Solid. Big Bang, Let's Fever, and Easy Sweet Fever helped me get more of a feeling for the Puyos, committing them to muscle memory so I could focus more. Oh. Very slowly incremental skill gaining, a few spots of power level that comes with like certain aspects like turnarounds. Yeah, I'd say it's a lot of like building up slowly, and then sometimes you get like a big thing when you're like, oh my gosh, this shape now works, like I can see that in my brain now, and then you feel super smart, and then you try and do it, then you fail miserably a few times before you finally get it. But whoa, that's weird. Why would you not put the purples here? like that a lot. Okay. Here's a problem I run into a lot. Let's talk about this shape. So, like... Okay. Well... Here's the thing with allowing the blues to be, like, too wide. It means that your next link can either be blues or purples. Right? That's big. That's really important. They can be blue or purple. And he can option select it, like, at any given time. Like, right now he can still pivot it to be purples next then blues, but he can also go blues into purples, and both will tail perfectly well. Here's the, like, mind block. Right? It's literally just this. No, hold on. This is what I've been doing for the longest time. Right? I'd go purple here, which, like, okay, sure, fine, makes sense. But when you have so many different colors, here's what I end up doing with all of these different colors, right? I'm going, okay, where's purple? Purple time. I go purple here. I go purple here. It's like, okay, fine, happy, not a problem. And then I have a blue purple, right? And then just like him, I go, here's the purple, here's the blue. Great, fine. And then there's a purple red. And then I might go, okay, I want to commit to purple here or red here, or I might finish this off. Right, purple. Red. But the problem here is that this commitment only allows me to go reds into purples into blues. Or, like, that's an example, right? Actually, I think it would be better to put the blue here, because then you can tell. Anyway, what it ends up doing is, firstly, the problem is that I can't use my blues as my next link. Like, I just simply don't have that option here, right? As soon as I commit to a color here, it's gone. That option is just not there anymore. And the other thing is that because I need to make a group of 3 here, this is quite dangerous because then I can cut it really easily, and then the rest of my tail won't work. So, by putting this blue, by stretching across this blue, right, I have the option to either put it here, or I can place it along here and it's still going to work. Right? So I can do this with it, or whatever I feel like. In general, I think it's just stronger if I can allow for stretches of 2 instead of 1, unless, and here's the difference here, unless I have like blue purple and then purple blue or whatever. But I think the idea of like blocking this immediately, right, it commits to only I'll have to think about that and see how it pans out. It feels like an interesting decision that I would not have to make myself, you know? And even here, I would have gone like, oh, purple, blue, right? Because then that links normally. It's the idea as well that if once you introduce this third color, if this blue is here isolated, and here's the purples, yeah, here's what I would do here. I'd have like purple here. And this is what I mean. I'd either like force the blues in by doing this. 1, 2, 3. And then that's like really janky, because now there's a group of 3, you can cut so easily. Like there's so much that can go wrong. Or, again, I'd force it to come back here. And it's like, this blue is just really hard to use, right? And any inefficiency that's occurring in your base is going to hurt you, because that could have made your 12 chain a 13. It could have made your 13 a 14. It could have made your 14 a 15. You got to be really careful, right? So I like the idea of just allowing the blue to stretch across. Big. Nowadays, kind of started appreciating Puyo in a lot more of a graphic design way. The character designs and specific art style of the series, as well as the menus, everything looks super pretty. I agree. Honestly, if you're enjoying the games for their like art and oh my gosh. Hi friends! Hello Spacey, and hello, thank you everybody for the raid. Welcome, welcome. Crazy times. FK in the coffee. I don't know what this means, everybody. You might have to explain to me. But hey, hello everybody. I hope you're well. Oh my gosh, what were you guys up to? How are you doing? Hi everyone, I'm Yoshi. If you haven't been around before when Spacian has raided me, which has been like multiple times recently, so thank you! Thank you dearly. I am a high-level puzzle game player, primarily, so I play a lot of Puyo Puyo, which is this game that I have up right now. You match colors and make chain reactions and drop garbage on the opponent. I play it at a high level. In fact, actually, I had this webpage open and ready to go because importantly, there's this event on the 26th, right? It's an invitational by Sega Esports themselves, because Puyo Puyo here is an esport in Japan, and they haven't had invites for international players until now. So recently, I've been playing in a tournament series, and what I was able to do was I was able to get into that invitational slot. I am one of the top 4 players outside of Japan who managed to get enough points to be invited to this here tournament, so I'm really proud. But also, this event is coming up real soon, and I have a lot of training to do. So what we've been doing in the lead up to this event is just tons and tons of training. So I'm doing my best right now. We are playing matches, we are replay analyzing, we are watching other people play, which is what I'm doing now. I'm watching some of these pro players at the moment, and really just trying to upskill before this. If I win this tournament, I get an invite to Japan to play in an official, like, offline tournament, which is sick. I don't think I'll be able to make it, but I want to put up a fight, right? Because this is going to be broadcast by their channel live. They've got like people commentating. It's a whole thing, right? I'm so excited. So if you want to be here to support me on my journey, then I'm happy to have you along. Alongside that, I also play other puzzle games, action puzzle games, I suppose people like to call them. I play Tetris as well, and all sorts of things like that. I just finished Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. What an experience. It was my final Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game to play through, so I was doing a lot of single-player experiences like that as well. And I enjoy a lot of other single-player experiences too. I'm going to be starting Mario and Luigi Brothership soon. So if you're interested in a variety of stuff, or competitive puzzle game, whatever, I'm here for that. So welcome! And let me say hi to everybody as well, because I like to do that. Yeah, I was going to pull this up on stream later, but while you're here, I may as well introduce it. We're also jamming out to some beats at the same time. Durab Seal, thank you for the follow. Patchwork Personality, thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate your support, everyone. Let's see. Android, welcome on in. Let's see. Void, thank you for popping in by as well. Arcstrange, welcome on in. Zen Rebel, welcome on in as well. Star Guardian Fritzer, welcome, welcome. Who else have we got? Deadly Premonition, there is no explanation. Oh, geez, I hope I'm not the one dying. In fact, I don't think... I hope no one dies. I hope I can save all of you from any death premonitions. So scary. Let's see here. Oh, welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so kind. Hello, Dr. Spooky. It's exactly what it means. Scary. Scary, that's what it is. Let's see. And Zen Rebel, hello. Thank you, Ruri. Thank you, thank you. Deadly Premonition is fantastic. Oh, is it? Hold on. Oh, is it a game? Question mark? I thought you were just saying that your raid message was a Deadly Premonition and that I was going to die or somebody was going to die. I better respond to my chat as well. What are you guys talking about? You guys were talking about which art style or era Puyo you enjoy. Costumes and new characters, Puyo Quest. They're great as well. Love that. Fever era is a really interesting art style. Lots of fun. Something feels off about it, definitely. It's a weird transition period because Sega picked up the franchise at that point. But I think it's interesting. I like PPT style as well. Alright, let's continue doing our analysis. So settle in. It's quite cozy, quite laid back. I know we're doing competitive gaming, but I like to keep it quite chill in here. So if you're happy to just pop the stream up in the background, feel free to do whatever you'd like. It's a horror murder detective game by story taking place in early 2010s Washington. Okay, interesting premise. Interesting. As long as let us don't form in your coffee today. Well, luckily for me, I'm not really a coffee drinker, so that helps, right? It's not that I don't like coffee, but I usually only drink it if I'm offered it. I don't like drink it on a daily basis or anything. So I'm probably fine. Okay. Heck yeah. How to avoid everything. Just... right? All those horror movie tropes. Just don't have dolls. Just don't drink coffee. Just don't do this. Just don't do that. It's fine, guys. Easy peasy. Okay, so yeah, this is what I was talking about. Just like having this option select is really powerful, right? The blues into the purples, or the purples into the blues. Got a very traditional multiple stack with like the 2 sets of 3. How does he extend upon it? That is insane. Okay, I need to remember that the stacks of 3 can form a good attack at a moment's notice. That's really powerful. It's not something I make use of very often, because I tend to build upwards, and I think most people do as well, right? Like, the idea behind having all these multiple stacks is that you can extend it really easily. But you can also create a really good 2-double with it. He has to respond with 3 chain. And at this one, yeah. Fire's main wins. Magmanine, hello, welcome on in. I hope I said that right. So bad at Puyo had a hard time getting the related completion points in Yakuza games. I know a lot of people online would complaining about it. It's similar to like the appearance of like the Mean Bean Machine reference in Sonic Mania, which is kind of hilarious because you get a bunch of people being like, I have no idea how to play this game. It's kind of funny to watch as an inside community member, but it's fun as well to see people like learning the game. It's why I currently have a tutorial series that I'm working on my YouTube channel, so I want to keep working on that so that more people have access to learning the game, because there's not that much out there in terms of guides at the moment. So hopefully these resources can help people get into the game, even if it's for simple things like getting achievements. Alright, pretty typical. Green blue goes over here. Greens. Ooh, hold on. That's a really nice commitment here, because I would typically go green blue over here, like green here, blue here, but that locks you right into going purple into green into blue, or you could go purple into blue into green, but you don't have the option of like introducing a third color, and this is what he ends up doing, right? He ends up introducing this yellow, and now he has the option to chain into yellow instead, right? Greens into yellows. So it gives him more back of the chain flexibility. So actually, there's a couple of things I need to like pick up from here. It's that having like the purple that can stretch across. Well, typically it's more about if I get a double of yellows and a double of yellows, I want to separate them so that this one can be doubled. Column 6, I think in general, I remember discovering this concept some time ago, but there's the idea here that like column 6 is a really important place to keep open, because that is where a lot of your tailing links can become more flexible. So not committing green blue to it means that I'm not committing to like blue having to be like a sudden link in the chain. It can happen later if I place in column 5, right? It's just about keeping options open. So a green blue can go here if a green blue came up. A green yellow could work if it came up. Even a green purple works here. Very interesting. It doesn't feel like the sort of game a guide would be terribly useful for. It's something that has to be experienced. It's a bit of both, I would say. I think a lot can be said about how to, like, experimenting with the game so they can see how the pieces fall together. And I do emphasize that too. Like, it's the sort of thing where I can only give so much information to a player before they have to go out and try it for themselves, before they can come back and be like, oh, I understand this concept better. But it's more about giving it a framework, I suppose. Because if you don't have a framework for how chaining works at all, when you experiment, you'll be like, oh, this works. But then you'll be like, oh, I don't know why it works at all. So it's just giving it more structure, I suppose. But at the end of the day, I can't dictate how you learn or play the game, so if you want to just play off of your own experimentation, then that just makes me happy too, as long as people are enjoying themselves. That is a really weird set of decisions. Yellow into blue. Okay, anyway. What does he do with his transition space? Oh, he's putting up to defend, I assume, because there's an attack poised. Now his transition space is really awkward. Because, like, he can't link this to main gen now, right? He has to do some attacking? No. Playing off experimentation could be an advantageous tool. You can mix up the meta. I think there's a lot to be said about people who build unconventionally, because it's harder to read their chains, and because this game is so multiplayer focused, being able to read the opponent just like a fighting game is really important. There are players who have mixed up, I mean, even this opponent here on the left side does a lot of really unconventional chaining, but again, I think you do require some level of foundational knowledge before you can actually be efficient with your experimental builds, because otherwise if you're doing experimental builds but they're all sloppy, then like you're in trouble. It's a fun balancing act, but a lot of people really, as a player, your choice is how much do I want to lean into a more unique style versus going with what's known to work. Learn guide. Yeah, exactly, right? Knowing the rules before you break them yourself. Exactly. This is always a little bit of a scary choice. It's just L shapes, man. L shapes rule the world. They can do everything. L shapes everywhere. Because they're not committal in the same way that a lot of other types of links are. How does he recover from this? That's a really hard chain shape now. Just like slowly poking as he works his way down. Oh man. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, and at this point now he's clean and he can get back to main chain whenever he feels. And the opponent didn't quite get their piece in time. Oh, it is a good time to get up and stretch. Thank you for the reminder. Let's get up and stretch, drink some water, then away from the screen for a little bit. I think we could all use a little bit of that from time to time. Alright. Let's get back into it. Thanks for the reminder. Alright, what have we got? This is a very interesting shape. Pretty kitten, hello, hello, hello. The delayed premonition. Hold on. I need to like study this build order. Oh good, oh good. Welcome on in. You are welcome regardless of when you pop by. I like that decision making. I'm always a little scared to commit to something like putting the yellow there so early, because then that feels a little weird. But I can always place it indirectly and then we can like make it work from there. Because then you can, like, link greens across or something. It's a little bit awkward, though, isn't it? Well, anyhow, it looks like he's going for an early attack opportunity, right? And the opponent is too, so at this stage it seems kind of safe. Oh, right, no, you can do this, like, yellow thing. The, like, L shape with the single Puyo. Right. And that gives you a link of 7 at the back of your chain, and if you're putting a link of 7 at the back, that is super powered up. Like, that is so powerful. Right. And if you put the single Puyo here, you can then just, like, tail off of it really easily. Fascinating. I need to keep that in mind. He doesn't want to commit. And then that's not enough. Because he wasn't willing to commit so many resources. A lot of good shapes that I'm seeing. I just need to, like, learn to integrate them into my gameplay a little more. What do you do when there's so many of the same color? Yeah, you go for a clear, or you kind of work with them a little awkwardly. This is a clear situation, right? Oh, not necessarily one chain clear them, though. You really want to try and find, like... Oh, that's nuts. This is also keeping options open. Yeah, not clearing too early, because that just... It's a bit predictable, I guess. If the opponent knows that you have to clear off a garbage for you, if you do it early... yeah. Good way to keep the options open. Yeah, that was nice. Okay. Tricky. Does he... Yeah, I would go purple-yellow here, but this feels like a better decision, because then you can make an L shape off of it. Or sandwich, but I feel like an L shape is ultimately more useful. Oh, okay, never mind. Well, when you don't get the piece, you make an L shape here. Huh, that's good. That's good. And then now, this is really clean. This is just like a better form for multiple stacking, right? Having a group of 2, having a group of 3 is kind of disaster territory. You're locking yourself out so much. Having a 2 just makes it so much easier to keep your options open. Okay, so like, the key takeaway is this decision here, not purple-yellow. Because again, that's really easy to fall into, because it's direct links, right? But no. That's really powerful. Quite incredible how such a complicated esports game could come from such a simple bunch of rules and basically needing no balancing changes aside from countering the and Puyo 2. Insane, right? Even things like the damage scaling is perfect from Puyo 2. It's insane how they got it so perfect in the second iteration of the game. It was such an insane stroke of luck, question mark? But just like the way the mid-game pans out doesn't require changes to the scoring formula at all. It just worked. So lucky. They got so lucky. They struck gold with this game. Also, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I watch too much PPNia. I should really focus on studying Tomokun. He seems like a good player to study from what I can see. I used to watch all Momokun streams back when he still played. Momokun's also, like, insane, yeah. I think Tomokun's... Just because of his recency, it's good to watch, but Momokun is, like, always going to be a good player to watch. And, yeah, Pippin is interesting for, like, learning new chaining shapes, I think. Tomokun here is, I'm really focusing on just, like, my fundamentals, because I really want to make sure that my chaining is solid in tip-top shape, and then I can focus more attention on adapting to my opponent's moves. That's been my recent mission. And so... I've been like, yeah, watching Tomokun is a good idea for just strengthening what I already do, rather than introducing new chaining shapes. Although eventually I would want to branch out a bit more and watch more like Pipinier and such. Suppose I don't watch Twitch like at all, so that makes sense. Hey, appreciate the follow regardless. Thanks for popping in. Just means all the more that you've come in and followed. They are similar players. Yes, yeah, exactly. Again, there's a very strong like case to be made about like solid GTR play. If you like take the time to analyze exactly why it works, which a lot of players don't end up doing. They just follow and go, hey, I made GTR, now I'm like stuck because I can only make 8 chains. And it's like, if you're making 8 chains with GTR, go back to sandwich, please, please. Again, not dictating anything, but just like, oh my gosh, it hurts a little on the inside. Chaining fundamentals, especially multi-stacking. Yeah, multi-stacking is one of the most powerful things that I'm really trying to like highlight and also just strengthen in my own gameplay as well. Because just like look at the way these blues come together, right? It's yellow into purple, then into blue, then into the yellow. Like this, it's making the most of that transition space. Because a lot of people just turn to blocking method once they get onto the second floor, which is fine up to a point. But if you really want to make high chains and keep your options open and flexible, you need to be able to multiple stack. And this is exactly what he goes and does. Yeah, amazing. Exactly. It's just an easy rhythm to fall into, right? Because it's like, oh, my chain is continuing, that's fine, right? And then you get stuck later. Why is making 8 chains with GTR bad? It feels like if you're making 8 chains with GTR, you would benefit from making sandwich more, because with sandwich you can quite easily make up to like 10 chains and it would be much less of a struggle. And I think once you can make consistent 10 chains with sandwich, then you can make consistent 10 chains with GTR. It's just like, I think when people push themselves to make GTR early, it is forming bad habits a lot of the time, because they don't understand why their chain cuts so much, or they are being really like messy with the base of their chain because they don't know how to tail yet, which is, again, it's fine, nothing wrong with that. But I think rushing into it means that you end up hurting yourself a lot of the time. Not all the time, but I see it in a lot of players. It sounds exactly like me. Well, hopefully that illustrates it a little bit. And thank you for the question. Honestly, like, I know a lot of people would not try to take that sort of advice on, or would not even, like, ask about the reasoning behind it. But I think I would like to think that I sort of have a good understanding of why people struggle so much when they rush into things like GTR. It's a common mistake, I think. Maybe not mistake, but a common pattern for what people do. Alright. Again, it's that, oh, he did the thing again. He did it again, guys. This decision. Because then you can form into the yellows again. Right, amazing. And this is L shapes, right? Green, red. Oh, he stacked up a lot. Oh, that's kind of weird. Okay, well, let's see what he does with it. I guess he's not committing to that being a full chain decision, because this seems really hard to put together. How do you extend that? Oh, two double option, I guess. Power chain option. Otherwise, that seems... This is so weird. I don't understand this at all. I guess they're being really aggressive at each other. They're just waiting for the other player to fire. That's always such an interesting part of the game to reach with high-level play. Because they slow down. They're waiting. Oh, that goes into full chain now. Which I guess is the right decision, because OT is now locked out of decisions. It's very difficult for him to recover from here. Wow. I guess the idea here was that he kept the... Well, actually, no, that's impossible to get a main chain unless you make another link up here. Which I guess is why he prioritized doing it. Because unless you clear another color here, then the purple can't come down. Right? It's a subtle ferret. That was like... It just... you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. But as a player, you have to recognize that if you want to... It's just this sort of thing where I don't keep my option open, right? I have a huge 2-chain. Like, I'm like OT, right? I build this, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to, like, fire at Tomokun. I'm going to have such a good chain. It's going to be great. It's going to explode Tomokun. But then you go, hey, wait, I don't have access to my main chain right now. I'm in trouble. And the problem here is that the trigger is in column 3. With Tomokun, the trigger is like these reds, but he is now extended, right? And so you need to keep your extension opportunities open so that if your opponent commits too much, you can just clear your main chain, and then they have to, like, cry because they're not able to, like, adapt this into main chain easily. And I think that move from Ochi, I think Ochi could have recovered from this. If he had gone yellow here, then he could have put red-green into here and then built a full chain that worked. But it's just like, when you're reading this, it's so difficult to read. It's so hard to notice that this is going to go into main chain. And so I think that's what this decision was. He was like, I need, like, just a stall move. Yeah. And then he just ran out of options. So difficult. Let's see. Excited to see you again. I hope life's been well. Yeah, hope life... Sorry, what am I saying? Life is good right now. I'm really enjoying my time off. What I do when it sucks, sometimes multi-stack, sometimes a blocking method. Right. I think about this one. Yeah, not enough experience to study. And I think the thing is, I needed a moment to slow down as well, because today's stream, I realized, I was like, hold on. There's so many different things you have to do when you're trying to train. You can't just be playing, right? A lot of people do that. They just grind, and just, like, play the game. It's not going to do it. You have to analyze, right? So if you want to analyze, though, you have to, like, record replays, either, like, save them in the game, which is, thank goodness, the game has a save feature, or, like, you record them on your thing, and you have to go back and you have to watch back your gameplay and make decisions. Oh, thank you, Ferret, appreciate it. Oh my gosh, you're on the ball, you're, like, doing all the jobs for me, thank you. Actually, have I updated, slash edit, is it edit? Slash commands? Edit. Oh no, not slash. Exclamation, right? Exclamation mark, commands, edit. Discord. Oops, hold on. I haven't updated this. Does this work? Is this the one that works now? Yeah, I had to update it recently because we had a bot invasion, so, like, I disabled the old one. Oh, this one's broken? Wait, which one? Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah. Is that the one? Yeah, the one from the channel about I've updated recently. Oopsies. Copy current address. Oops, that doesn't work. I just need, like, Alt. Ah! Why can't you just allow me to copy the link? Wait. I think I got it. Guys, I'm a streamer. I can do things sometimes. Is that the one that works? I think so, right? Hold on, check. Yippee! I think that works now. Yippee! Guys! Sometimes I can be cool at this streaming thing. Okay, nice. We got it working. Oh, first try. Heck yeah. Okay, I forgot about that one. Thank you everybody for the help and the support and all that. Let's see here. Currently struggling to understand tails and everything is chaos and cutting. I think a good way to learn tailing is if you... you know what? Let me illustrate it. Give me a second. Chain simulator. I just need to open this tab. If you want to build sandwich, what you can do is You can do like this, right? And then you could like tail like this, very basic tailing. Or, if you like, you can make it even cleaner and do an actual avalanche tail and go like this. And that'll just like teach you how to do like a basic tail. Oh, whoops, the red cuts. But it's good to see that the red cuts, like that's something you have to learn when you're tailing as well, so. Even I make that mistake. Or, you know, if you're... Doesn't matter if your sandwich goes this way as well. Here. And you can either, again, you can do stuff like this, or you can put, if you put it, shift it across. Just changing like the place where one Puyo goes makes such a big difference. You realize that when you tail. Because like, if you put the green here, it's a bit harder to like make your tail work. It doesn't look as nice. It's a bit awkward. Maybe we could do that. But then that's been really bumpy. But if you shift the green across by one, all of a sudden, everything becomes nice and neat. Yeah. Let's see here. Recently, as in just today, I decided I'm going to focus on not playing Osu anymore. The pressure of being a top player really got to me, and now it feels terrible to play. Sucks to suck. Yeah, it's... I totally understand that sort of mindset. Just trying to, like, be at the top is such a... It's a lot. It really takes a lot. But... Hey, I mean, I guess good on you for being able to, like, come to terms and make your own decision about it, because it is a tough call to make, to drop something in that way. Right? Because you've been aiming for it for so long. But I hope you're satisfied with how far you were able to come. So more time for Puyo and cool stuff? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. It'd be good to have you around. Good to switch games sometimes, it is a good idea. More Puyo and Minecraft, sick. This here is Epic Pen. This is only like the free version, but it's only really all I need for these analyses. So that's Epic Pen. Hashtag not sponsored. So that's, yeah, just all the tools here. That's really all you need for if you're analyzing. Very helpful, thank you so much. No worries, no problem at all. Feel free to ask any questions that you might have as well. Oh, one sec, friends. I need to grab something. Ugh. Just for myself, not for stream, but I'll be 1 sec. Another Images by Getty jump scare when I like went away for a moment. This happened yesterday as well. This song just likes to like jump out when I'm not around to like change the audio Yeah, the audio volume. So funny. Well, it's a good song. Let me check chat again. High differences are something you sort of intuit after a while, and the patterns you have to study, 100%. High differences is the name of the game when it comes to Tales. Avalanche Tales, yep, 100%. Need to learn those patterns? Yeah. Yeah. It will be real good too. Recently updated Epic Pen Alternative that's open source. Oh, sick. Let me, open this up. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to copy links. Nice, okay. I'll have a look at this later. Thank you, friend. Kind of silly how Puyo's kind of wedged itself into my life in most aspects. Even my OC is pretty much Lemres and Echolus pushed together into a kobold. Heck yeah, friend. I love your OC design, by the way. Such a little critter. I love. Back in the day, my third center used to be a ferret kobold. Oh, sick. Hello, friend Mika. Welcome on in. Alright, let's get back into it. I'll probably watch the rest of the set and then probably head to bed. But we have a lot coming up. I'm going to post about it on my Discord. So actually, really convenient timing for you to join the Discord, Cosmo. But yeah, I'll post about it on my Discord and my usual socials as well. Because I have like, how many league matches do I have coming up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 league matches plus the tournament. So like, I have so many things scheduled right now. And that's like in the coming month. It's insane. It's a lot. But it's a lot of content for you guys to come in and watch if you'd like to. So it would be at around this time of day as well. So it's perfect. If you guys are already going to be around at this time, then you'll get to catch all of that action soon. The one that's coming up next is tomorrow night, actually. Tomorrow night, half an hour before now, I believe. I think so. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys have come in for... No, at a good time. Oh yeah, that was his bracket reset, because he was in loser's bracket. Insane. Insane. He smashed it. It was really looking like it would go his way. And it was going his way for a while, but... yeah. Nice tailing shape. Again, it looks like another tailing shape that's made to be attacked with. So I think one thing that I'm taking away from Tomakun is that a lot of the time his tailing isn't formed until later. And he uses the right side of his chain as attack opportunities, which I like a lot. Because, one, it just gives you an early attack if you notice there's a vulnerability in their chain. And 2, it sets yourself up for defenses in case they want to attack you early on, which is something that I fall into a lot of the time. I always make the assumption that I have to build up on the front of my chain in order to adapt to early attacks, but I like the idea here of committing your tail lengths to it. Again, something that I'll take a note of. OT is insane, like... just this is crazy, man. This is actually crazy. And then he like makes it into an actual chain somehow. Like, what is this? This is madness. What? Who does this? He's waiting for a yellow, didn't get it. Oh, he might get a weird one. This stack of 3 purples, really good for height difference. At what point did he commit to like making this a tail shape instead? Okay, it was pretty early on. Like he sent this off, and then in order to introduce that height difference, you set this to high purple, because then when it clears, column 6 will be like 1 less. So you put like a blue here and it blinks. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, and then off he goes. Darn, OT was so close too. Yeah, right? So close. Here, goes here, goes here. Where does this go? It's once again the whole, like, keeping the blues available. What I would do with this piece is I'd put it across so that I can have purples available for my... Yeah, okay. So that's following what I had. And yep. This goes here, this goes here, this goes here. This goes here? This goes... Are they, like, here as a buffer? Or, like, here? Really? Here? What does he do with it? I guess he can just, like, be a huge power tail, huh? That's quite awkward, though. But then he can... Yeah. Wow. Wait, how does... Okay, no, he just committed to it being a power tail, I guess. But this is massive. Like, look at all that. So I shouldn't be too afraid of, like, doing that. I always get a bit eked out by it, but it's like, it's fine. And ultimately, you can always one-chain it off later if you don't want to deal with it. But again, that's one of those things where I would have put the yellow here or here, then, like, I'd be committing to too much at once. Because once you put these yellows here, you're restricting the space on your multiple stack, whereas he kept it clean. Like, look at that, he's continued his L shapes into the laterals. Yeah. Ranked being first to two, brutal. Definitely awkward. It was about the commitment then? Yeah, precisely. Precisely what I'm getting at. Life's been so gosh darn turbulent for me recently, but it's looking up certainly. I'm so glad to hear. That's really, really nice. Love that for you, friend. You deserve the best. Here. Here. What? You make such weird decisions! Ah! Because I would go red-green here, red-green here. But actually, this sets up really well for his... What? Why don't you put this here? This actually makes a ton of sense. Because, right? This prevents any, like, weird color getting here. That means if you put a red here, it becomes really unwieldy. If you put a yellow here, it's fine. If you put a blue here that you can cut. I like that. I like that. Building out column 3. I think column 3 is a pretty critical point as well. Column 6 and column 3, they're both really critical. Column 3 is... It's really important because it determines a lot about the way that your multiple stack is going to go, in a similar way to how column 6 determines a lot of how your tail, like tailing order, that the order of your tailing links is going to occur. So now I was going for, yeah, making a lot of tail links. But then this here, again, this green fluidly jumps in. It's another L shape. You can commit to... that's funny. That commits the main chain, like, immediately. Huh. But, I mean, you know. This is just such a strong shape. And then it goes blues up top because that now commits to main chain. Whoa, 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 what was the conversion? Oh, wow. Good, like, in the moment thinking. It's the power of L shapes, man, though. Like, you wouldn't have these options unless you were making these L shapes like this. It's crazy good. Cannot be understated. Nice decision. Because this has committed too many resources. L shape underrated goat, 100%. 100%. So powerful. Received tons of diagnoses, but also meds for said illnesses. I'm glad to hear. That's amazing. Good to finally have some answers, I imagine. This is okay to do. I need to drill this into my head. This is fine. This is fine. I would have forced... Here, let's go back a little bit. This is so okay. What the heck, man? My brain. My brain. Here's what I would force. I would go... blue... Where is it? Blues into here, but that, again, it forces a build order of, like, the blue has to be here. It's not allowed to be here, which means I'm making a commit of 2 greens here before I can place any blues here. So, like, any blues I get next are going to, like, my head is going to explode because I have no options. I can't place my blues anywhere. By placing the blues here, right, you can either... Oh, whoa. I don't know what I pressed there. You can either clear it off really easily, right? If you don't want it, you can just get rid of it, which he doesn't do, but if you wanted to just, like, not commit to that. If they had a vulnerability, for example, you could one chain out of it really easily. So simple to clear that one chain. Nothing wrong with that. Or he's doing that power tail again. So we saw this a little bit earlier, actually, like a round or 2 ago. It's just a power tail now. Nothing wrong with that. A power tail at this deep into the chain, so powerful, so strong, does a lot of damage. And it's very fast, I should note. Here's the... I should look at the multiple stack build order. I didn't watch that because I was focused on the tail. Let's have a look here. Again, L shape makes another L shape with the greens and the yellows. Blue. This here is one of the shapes ever. Just like lateral, L shapes, lateral. You can turn this into any chain length. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. You can 2 double. You can 2 double 3. You could make another link with the purples up here, which he does. Look at that. Look at that. It's right there. Now it's a 3 double, and it can go into a 4. Or this green can be an extension. It's crazy, man. So good. And look at how powerful the back of his chain is. And it's also very convertible into an attack. Oh, this is wild. Oh. Yep, look at that. 3 double coming through. And then follow-ups with, like, the back of the chain available. These groups of 3 are really coming through from. Amazing. So exceptionally clean. OT with, like, fantastic follow-ups too. Oh, this is really hard to dig. That conversion in response to the 4 chain. Man. That, and I was at a mental ward for a bit. Sounds not fun, but it was really fun and helpful. I'm glad. I'm really glad. Why is it okay? Oh, hopefully I answered that question through that. Yeah. What does he do with his blues? Yeah, it feels like the only comfortable place. I'm glad that he also... Well, I don't know. Maybe not glad, but it's an okay decision to do this. It always feels so... janky. He likes just doing the 3 in column 4 a lot. Maybe I just need to, like, think about that as an option. Really easily convertible into an attack. At this stage, it's like, well, he's got main chain, so now Tomokun has to convert to main chain as well. But that's not that bad, right? Yeah, that's fine, I think. OT would have had it if he had another green in column 4, I think. Yeah, and that sweeps that. I can't believe that, yeah. Didn't OT win the tournament? Well. I said I'd watch one more set before I head off, right? I should probably go to sleep. Blech. Hey, maybe we'll watch the rest of this tomorrow before the match or something. I'll watch the rest of this at some point, because this has been a really informative set. But, sleep till it's 4:44 AM. Oh, make a wish. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, yeah, this is where we're stopping at basically halfway through when Tomokun has like huge thing. But I won't. MCSR playoffs? What is that? Let's go check. Minecraft speedrunning. Oh, I thought so. In my brain I was like, is it Minecraft something? And then I was like, what's SR? I couldn't put it together in time. Darn. Friends, let's go find someone to raid. Do you have any suggestions? Because I always have trouble with this, because at this time of day it's really hard to find people. Season 6 playoffs. Sick, sick. It is late, yeah, right? Yeah, okay. Not seeing much at the moment. Yeah, does anyone have any suggestions so we can keep the support flowing? Texture your VTuber model and go crazy with that. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Your friend Kai is streaming? How do you spell? Is it just that? Is that their channel name? Surely not, right? I feel like someone would have taken it. I'm happy to raid if you just chuck me a channel name and then we can go see what they're up to.
Yep. Well,
what are they up to? What is this? I have no idea what this is. Should we go say hi anyway? The game is ending. Oh, I see. So probably not. Or oh, as in this game is ending. I see. In 14 minutes. Oh. Okay, well, I suppose you guys can go see the end of an era, perhaps. Right. Okay, we better jump over there before it's too late then. Oh, thanks for the suggestion though, Ferret. I better, yeah. I think this sounds like a pretty fun thing to come into though, hey? Let's go say hi and maybe experience these last moments, everyone. So, as always, thanks everybody for hanging out and just for the support. Thanks as always, Spacey, for the raid, and I hope everyone here has had a wonderful time. We will be back tomorrow with more Puyo, and again, we have a Hishachu match, so a league match happening tomorrow. We will be doing some warm-ups, we might continue watching this tournament replay. There's just a lot happening. So, get ready. There's also so much coming on, again, in terms of like matches for me and tournaments and things like that. So keep an eye out on my socials or be in the Discord, and I will post about it after the stream. So, everybody, let's go on and raid. Give them some support. I think I've got their name right. Yeah, that should be right. Cool. Thanks, everybody. I'll catch you tomorrow. for now, as always, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or night. I love you guys, and I'll see you all next time. Well, let's get in one last stretch before the end of the stream. Alright. Good night, everybody.